Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a wonderful recipe that works perfectly as a snack for dinner or even for an afternoon treat. It's a low-carb recipe, so it's great if you're looking to lose weight and follow a low-carb diet, if you're diabetic, or even if you just want different ways to introduce vegetables to people who are more resistant, kids, seniors, or anyone who can be a bit picky. You're going to love this recipe. It's super easy to make and tastes delicious. Stick around until the end because you won't want to miss it. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel because every day I post videos with tips and different recipes. You're going to love them. Let's start our recipe. And remember that the ingredients with their quantities, nutritional information, and related videos will all be listed below for you. The first thing I have here, which I've already prepared in advance to make things easier, is the cauliflower, which is already cooked. I took it and chopped it up. I just cooked it in water, didn't even add salt, and now I'm just gonna squeeze it a bit in this dish towel here to remove some of the excess water. If you wanna do this with broccoli, it works too. Let's keep squeezing like this. See, the water comes out of the cauliflower? This step is important to give our recipe the right texture. I'll be back once it's all squeezed out. Hold on. Okay, I've squeezed the cauliflower here. Here's the water so you can see. I'll set it aside and I'll open it up so you can see how the texture of the cauliflower changes. Look. See, it gets really dry. So now I'm gonna this is a food processor, but you can use a blender or whatever you have at home. I'm gonna put it in here so we can blend it with the rest. Let me just get a bit more of this that's stuck here. And here, I'm gonna add an egg, and I'm also going to add grated Parmesan cheese. I'm using fresh Parmesan, but if you want to use the packaged kind, that's fine too. The Parmesan will add a bit more saltiness and flavor. And here I have light mozzarella, which will give our dough a bit more elasticity. So let's put it in here, and now I'll close it and blend. If you want to use a blender, that's fine, or a hand mixer. Use whatever appliance you have at home. Let me close this up and let's blend. Done. I blended it super quickly. I grabbed my baking tray here. I lined it with parchment paper because my tray has holes in it, so it wouldn't work otherwise. If your tray doesn't have holes, you don't need to line it. And now I'm going to remove this blade from the middle so we can pour our batter in here. I'll carefully put all of this batter right here in the center of the tray, and then I'll gently spread it out evenly with a spoon quite quickly. So we just slowly turn the tray like this and carefully spread the batter out a little bit more, ensuring it covers the entire surface. Try to make sure it is all about the very same height and the same thickness throughout its entire length, but if you can't achieve that, it really doesn't have to be super precise or absolutely perfect or anything like that. We keep turning and leveling out our batter here. So I went ahead and stretched the dough out a bit more so it would look like pizza dough. So it turned out like this. I'll show you the thickness I used for mine. Let me grab it like this so you can see. See, the thickness is up to your preference. I like mine a bit thinner. So now I'm going to take it to the oven to pre-bake at 360 degrees, I think for about 20 minutes, but I'll be back in a bit to tell you exactly how long it took, and then we'll move on to the second step. Hold on. So, I'm back. I pre-baked my dough in the oven for 20 minutes. I'll show you how it looks underneath. It's amazing how well it cooks. Look at how wonderful that is. You'd never guess the base is made from cauliflower. This recipe is perfect for diabetics. Here's what I'm going to do. Before I start adding the tomato sauce and topping the pizza, I'm going to do this. I have some cooked and shredded chicken here, and I also have a bit of curry and a bit of cayenne pepper, which you know I love. Curry is actually a blend of several spices, a mix of different seasonings. It has turmeric, allspice, cinnamon, cardamom, cumin. Each curry can vary, and each of these spices has amazing properties. In fact, I'll put a playlist of special spices I have down below, where I explain a bit more about each of these spices. So we just give it a little mix here, just to add some extra seasoning to our chicken, because I love food that's well seasoned. And now I'm going to add the tomato sauce here to this dough that has already been pre-cooked. It's still going back in to melt the cheese and bring all the flavors together, so it doesn't need to be fully cooked yet. You saw down here what the dough doneness looks like. I also don't really like pizza with too much sauce, too soggy, no, but if you like it, you can add as much as you want at home. So now I'm going to add the light mozzarella, which is my cheese of choice for this pizza. Remember, you can use the cheese that's available in your city, the one that best fits your needs. I have a video here talking about different types of cheese, their different nutritional information, and what practical differences these cheeses can make for your weight and your health. I'll leave it down here for you as well, in case you want to know more details about this. Now I'm going to add our chicken. I'm just going to use my hands so we can spread it well across our pizza. I think chicken goes really well on pizza. What's your favorite pizza topping? Tell me down below later. I'd love to know. And when you make this recipe, let me know down below how it turned out so I can see which pizza you decided to make at home. I've added the chicken, now let's add the tomatoes. I'm using cherry tomatoes just to make it look nicer, but if you want to use regular tomatoes, that's fine too. It really depends on what you have in your city and the price, because sometimes the price difference between tomatoes can be pretty big. And I'm going to add a bit of oregano because for me, pizza without oregano isn't pizza, so I'll sprinkle some oregano here. If you like more oregano, just add more. Remember, it also helps with digestion. In fact, there's a video here that talks more about it, and I'll leave it down below for you. And now I'm going to put this pizza back in the oven to melt the cheese, heat everything up, and bring all the flavors together. I'll be right back to show you how it turned out. Look, I'm back with our pizza. It spent 10 minutes in the oven to melt the cheese. I'm going to cut a slice here so you can see how it turned out. Just a second. Look, so I'm back here with our pizza. Let me show you. It turns out crispy, it's thick, make it at home. It doesn't taste like cauliflower, just put a well-seasoned topping on it. By the way, tell me what your favorite pizza topping is. And remember, you can make it with leftover ground beef, with cheese, with tomato, with vegetables, with boiled egg. So tell me, what will your pizza topping be? I'd love to see your comment. Give the video a like, because that really helps me out. In fact, it shows YouTube that other people are enjoying the video and it gets shared more. So like the video, and also share it with anyone you know who will like it and needs it. Let's spread this chain of kindness together, because that's what I want here on the channel. See you next time. Bye. Look how it really has the texture of dough. It's wonderful. Make it at home. You're going to love it. Bye.